We've gone from the best, let's go to the worst. This is the worst episodes of the David Tennant era of Doctor Who. Oh, God. Hello, my name is Alan from the Dimensional Game Squad here, bringing you with another ranking. This is ranking the top 10 worst episodes, in my opinion, from the David Tennant era when he was the Doctor. Now, this list is comprised of probably the worst episodes to have ever come from the Doctor Who screen, from Doctor Who when David Tennant was the Doctor. Specials are not included, so you won't see Planet of the Dead there, as much of a monstrosity that one was. But it's pretty obvious, at least what the top 5 are, if you've seen my reviews on these. And I feel like I do need to say this though. Number 10 and 9, I'm actually okay with. Number 8 and 7 and 6, I'm kind of edgy about. And number 5 all the way down to number 1, I actually do not like at all. So, let's get into this with number 10, being The Fires of Pompeii. As of when I'm recording this on the same day that the... I can't remember. As of when I'm recording this, the last video to have come onto the channel being I can't even speak. Okay, basically, about the day I can't even speak. I'm uploading the same day I'm recording this as when I uploaded my top 10 favorite, the ranking of my Chris Eccleston videos of my Chris Eccleston episodes of Doctor Who. That is the same day I uploaded that on the same day I'm recording this. And I said in that video that when I was talking about Father's Day, that this episode, along with Waters from Mars, went completely against what was set in stone on Father's Day. So, number 10 is The Fires of Pompeii. They went against about someone that dies. That's a fixed point in time when someone dies, and they just go and save him, and then they go and save people. They save people even though time sets in place and everyone dies. So, you went against what was said in this episode, in Father's Day, and you even said that you can't save anyone, Doctor, and you still saved them. Logic is 10 out of 10 right there. Not amazing. Fires of Pompeii, I actually like this episode, but that one key aspect is why it's on this list. I need to mention that again. Number 9 is Planet of the Ood. Now, this one I'm also actually okay with. I need to mention, however, I'm not really a big fan of the Ood in this episode. I preferred them back in The Impossible Planet and the Satan Pit. They seem to be more compelling, I guess. I don't know. All this episode did was just show that they're good and they're very easily possessed. That's pretty much it. Number 8 is... I don't like talking about this one because I hate one of the characters in it. Number 8 is Daleks in Manhattan / Evolution of the Daleks. Or Evolution, whatever you want to call it. Now, I'm talking about this one because the character in these episodes I absolutely despise is Tallulah. 3 L's and a H. I really hate the way she talks. I really hate the way that she doesn't believe half the stuff that Doctor says, even though he has one of those faces like, don't question what I'm saying because I am right. I know I'm right. You are not. And then it just keeps going on where Tallulah only cares about her boyfriend, which is understandable, but at what cost though? Like, I'm happy that she gets to live with her boyfriend all happily ever after and all that stuff. But I think it's just the way she talks and the fact that's kind of bad on my part and in my end there. But it's just the way that she talks I find irritating, and the fact that everyone, not really everyone, but it just seems like a bit too American for me. So, like I said in a review of Series 3, my favourite part was probably when Mr. Solomon was doing his speech to the Daleks, and probably where the human Dalek clones were kind of shown to have some emotion, having that little bit of Time Lord, that little bit of freedom. And yeah, I'm mediocre with these episodes, but they're okay, I guess. Moving on, we have a number. Number 7, we have a number. 42. This episode is a bit on the edgy, on the weird side. Not much of it made sense. Some guy got possessed by the sun and started killing people. And he even killed the actress that played the nurse in that episode, and also the same actress that played as Rosa in the Rosa Parks episode in Series 11, which I really look forward to getting to that, because I like that episode. Okay, back to 42. Some guy got possessed by the sun, started killing people, possessed another dude, and then just all whilst that was happening, Doctor was just doing something with the engine, trying to get it to work again, didn't work. And Martha, along with some random dudes, just running around, trying to answer a bunch of pub quizzes. And just a very good example of how dysfunctional Martha's family is, again. Like Smith and Jones did. Or another episode I'm going to be talking about soon. And, yeah. Not brilliant, but it was okay, relatively fine, I guess. I'm okay with it, I guess. Moving on. 6th place is, well, my least favourite episode of Series 4, Turn Left. Or if you're watching from your screen at home. Turn Left. There's really nothing wrong with this episode. It's more like just a showing what would have happened if Doctor never met Donna, or Donna never met the Doctor. And I have nothing against that. I think the one problem I have with it is the villain, the fortune teller. That I'm kind of okay with, because she played that. I found out this actress that played that fortune teller in Turn Left played as Chando in Utopia, which was kind of an interesting fact and not really that fascinating as others. But the main villain, the Time Beetle. Did it have to be a beetle? The Time Beetle belongs to this enemy called the Trickster, which I have not seen at all, apart from maybe one or two, of the Sarah Jane Adventures. I don't... Okay, I get that they're in the same universe, but if you're going to talk about the Trickster, don't you think that some people should actually know about the Trickster, and so they just go like, I hope you've been paying attention to the Sarah Jane Adventures, or maybe Torchwood. I don't know if the Trickster was in Torchwood, but we're going to be quoting the villain from that series. Just go like, one of the Trickster's things here. Not brilliant, actually. That I actually would have wanted to see the Trickster in that, because he seems like a very interesting villain, and the Trickster has like access to a bunch of stuff that can change the course of time. And he used a time beetle. I just think that's kind of a bit on the dull side of things, because I may have not seen much of him, but I know the Trickster's much better powers up his sleeve that he can use. But no, a freaking beetle. This isn't Beetlejuice. We don't use beetles. Okay? The only time it's okay to use a beetle is never. Use a giant wasp. That's a lot better, apparently. Moving on, we got number 5. Now, the first Series 2 episode on this list, and if you remember where it came in my ranking of Series 2, I think you know at least the next few episodes coming late next. And number 5 is New Earth. New Earth is I could just picture the families of the actors that were in that episode just ring the actor that was in that episode. So let's say David Tennant's family rang David Tennant and go like, "Hey, so what happened in that episode? What happened? Hey, so what happened?" It was a bit lackluster with opening up to series 2, and yeah, I guess it's mediocre at best, but I'm, like I said at the start of this video, I'm not a fan of this episode or any episodes after that. I hated the cat nurse. It's not the same as actually, okay? The return of Face of Bo was good. Unfortunately, it's his worst return than ever. And, what is next to talk about? I have no idea. I should have thought this through. The Infected. Why? That's all I'm going to say. Why the Infected? And, of course, the return of Lady Cassandra O'Brien, Delta 17. Did anyone actually like her in The End of the World? Like, did anyone actually like her and go like, "I demand her back"? Like, why? Why? I don't see a reason why she had to come back. Like, I didn't really like her. I didn't like her then. Why would I like her then? Now? Going back to the Infected. Did we need the Infected? I get they were angry with what the cat nurses did, or the sisterhood. I can't remember what their nicknames were, what the sisterhood was called, but the sisterhood of felines, let's say. I can't remember what they did, but well, they did. They kind of like used this all the Infected as like a farm, a human farm, to get the cures for every disease apart from old age. But I mean, yeah, to save most of New York, but at the expense of other people's lives where they were born to be sick. That's grim. Like, I mean, I don't normally say that a lot, but that's probably the darkest any episode has ever gone. And trust me, I've seen a lot more darker episodes in future seasons. New Earth was a bit of a dramatic change. I'm not a fan of it at all. The Infected, yeah, I get... I keep talking about them. I get they're angry, but I'm glad they got cured in the end. That's all I'm going to say. Like, I'm glad they got cured, but I really can't give too much about them because I don't like them. Moving on to number 4. Any guesses, anyone? We either have the third worst episode of series 2 or the worst episode of series 3. Any guesses, anyone? Okay, make your predictions. I am going to reveal it in 5, 4, 3, 1. Number 4 is The Idiot's Lantern. Now, I'm honestly surprised it's here as well, because I generally thought it'll be a bit low on this list. Because, yes, I hate this episode, but I think it has to do with the fact that it got the third worst episode in my Series 2 review, and the worst episode in Series 3 was mainly because of the CGI and the bad acting from most of the characters in that Series 3 episode. Idiot's Lantern had mediocre acting at best, and had probably... that's a new interruption. I need to cancel that appointment, actually, because I cancelled that a while ago. There we go, I got rid of that notification. The worst episode... That is actually a new interruption, that one was. No. Idiot's Lantern, not a great episode. The Wire is a terrible one-time villain. I'm tempted to say it's worse than the Absorbaloff. And I'm not even regretting saying that. The Absorbaloff seems like a more compelling villain than The Wire. You know something is bad when I say the Absorbaloff is better than something. Like, what the hell? Oh god, this one's be interesting. Moving on. something else. There was one thing I liked about the Idiot Stanton, and that was the fact that Rose were completely destroyed Mr. Connolly. Just got like, Mr. Collins like, we have Union Jacks hanged left, right, and centre. And it's like Rose like, excuse me, Mr. Connolly, Union Jacks. That's right, Mum. That's right, Mum. That's what they are. That's the Union flag. It's only a Union Jack when they're thrown out at sea. Oh, I'm terribly sorry about that. Yeah, that's right. I can't get to it. Yeah, the dog's like, Union flag. It's like, Union flag. Yeah, and then I was like, Mum went out with a sailor. Oh, I bet she did. I like those brief humours about when they're talking about Rose's mum. Like that's probably one of the most hilarious moments in that episode. Along with the start of it, where the Doctor came out of the TARDIS riding the scooter, going like, "Go on my way, doll. Is there any other way to go, Daddy-o?" Straight to the... I don't even know what else they said. Oh, you speak the lingo. My mum's a big Cliff Richard fan. Oh, I knew your mum would be into Cliff Richard. Just goes on. I like that kind of humour. I really do, for some reason. And now, moving on to number 3. The worst episode of Series 3... The Lazarus Experiment. What did I talk about with this episode? The CGI for the Lazarus monster is terrible. I hate it's kind of unsettling the fact that that monster's kind of hidden inside all of us. Unless you happen to be an extraterrestrial life form or a doggo watching this video. If so, good star, good boy doggo for actually figuring out how to get onto a random video and choosing this video as of all videos. So, gold star to you, doggo. But it's kind of unsettling that this monster's kind of inside all of us. A bit weird, isn't it? It's a bit strange. I'm not a fan of that at all. That's probably the worst part about this episode. The acting for the guy that played Professor Lazarus, along with... as much of a character I hate her, Francine Jones, Martha's mother, and just showing even more proof why their family is dysfunctional, along with the... Okay, I'm sorry with what I'm about to say, but there's really no other way to say it. But the best part of the episode came from my least favourite character, Francine Jones. Now, I do apologise for what I'm about to say, but there's really no other way to describe it. And it has to be the goddamn bitch slap that Francine gave the Doctor. Well, that was probably one of the most hilarious moments, but probably the most oof, the Roblox oof moment ever. And I liked that for some reason. And I don't know. That's the only thing I like about that episode. And then yeah, it was just really bad for the rest of it. And kind of a bad comparison to getting all the liquid drained out of someone, like sipping juice from a straw. I don't know what that is, like squeezing juice from an orange or something, but it's a very grim description. Moving on to number 2, and I'm sure you know which 2 episodes are left because, well, they're both from Series 2. And these are the same as my rankings for Series 2 as well, so you know what number 2 is. So let's get straight into it. Fear Her. Not a great episode at all. Fear Her. It's more like Fear Him. Like, we don't see much of him, and I really think Chloe Webber's father should have that title of the episode named after him instead of Chloe Webber, because... why be scared of a child that can draw whatever she wants to bring people from reality into the drawing world, or people from or things from the drawing world into reality? Oh, I see why you should be scared of her now. But it lacked so much potential. I wanted to see what was inside that drawing world. I would have wanted to see probably David Tennant when he was drawn into that world, drawing the Olympic torch. That would have been amazing. Just see a pencil line, but no pencil touching the paper, just drawing the Olympic torch. That would be amazing. And a bunch of other stuff as well. That I would have wanted to see something like that. You have to admit, if stuff like that happened, that would have made it a slightly better episode. At least better than New Earth. But no, because of that and the fact that Chloe Webber and her mother are not compelling characters at all, we get this monstrosity. And what do I have to say about it? A good old kick up the backside. Luckily, you're not the worst episode. You're just barely better than the last episode that I'm talking about. Number 1, I'm sure you guess what this one is. Love and Monsters. Now, I need to say, when I was a kid, I loved this episode because it's Mr. Blue Sky. Who doesn't love Mr. Blue Sky? Who doesn't love a good bit of ELO? Come on. Who doesn't love a bit of ELO? If you don't love ELO, please. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. And I'm joking, obviously. But get out. If you don't like ELO, get out. ELO is ELO are masterpieces. But Love and Monsters have ELO and one of their best songs inside a Doctor Who episode is A Recipe for Disaster. And also have it based around a character which had something to do with the Doctor and had their life wrapped up with the Doctor as well. Kind of makes some sense, but not a lot of compelling sense as well. And I received a message from Lucas going like, yeah, something about Love and Monsters. What was the Doctor even doing in his house when he was a kid? And I had to explain to him that the Doctor was there to defeat an entity, kind of like the Midnight Entity, but not the Midnight Entity, that was in their house that killed Elton's mother. That was his first encounter with the Doctor. Second encounter was back when Elton encountered the Hoiks, where it was like red bucket, blue bucket. You said blue, I said not blue. Then red bucket and all that. Red bucket, blue bucket, cartoony, kind of running through hallways kind of thing, kind of like you've seen Scooby Doo. And the third encounter, the defeat of the Azorbeloth, and then of course, apparently the part that Reese hated most about this episode, and felt sorry for Elton for having to carry a concrete slab of his girlfriend's face around. And I really see no problem with that, because it's better than not having a girlfriend at all. But that's coming from someone that's single. But I'm not single here. But I do need to say, I think Love and Monsters is known to be a bad episode. And I don't believe it's the worst episode of New Who at all. Because I could think of 1 or maybe 2 episodes which are a lot worse than this. And I'm just going to say, it's a Christmas special that I think it's worse than Love and Monsters. I haven't reviewed it yet, but it's coming up soon. In a few weeks. Everything comes up in a few weeks. But Love and Monsters, as of now, is the worst episode of Doctor Who. And definitely the worst episode of the David Tennant era. Planet of the Dead, from what I remember of it, would probably be 6th. Because it's better than New Earth, but worse than Turn Left. But anyway, that being said, that is all for this video. And that's all for this time. I don't know if you haven't noticed, I've just noticed this myself. I've been uploading at least 5 episodes a week recently. And if I'm to continue on with that change, I need to think of another episode to upload. And if I upload a Battle of the Beasts, that'll kind of go out of the 3 fights a week kind of thing. And I had kind of like a good thing going along, because these are in multiples of 3, and the round 1's in multiples of 3. So if I do that, well, I recommend you don't leave your comments down below what you want me to do, because, well, I'm recording the next episode after this, but I have no idea what I'm going to be recording. So it'll either be something completely related to Pokemon, probably, or Battle of the Beast. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's all for this time. If you liked what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell down in the corner below. One day I'll say to start talking utter gibberish. I said that before in another video. And I'll see you next time.